man showered a huge pile of cash down, sparking a wild commotion among the crowd gathered below. They'd originally come to watch him jump off the building, but little did they know he had an entirely different agenda. He was there to cover for the robbers in the opposite building. John and his partner headed to their prepped hiding spot. After setting everything up, they drilled a hole in the wall, stuffed their homemade bomb inside, and covered it up with a mattress. Everything was ready. Now they just waited for Nick's move on his end. The screams from the crowd perfectly masked the sound of the explosion, and Nick breathed a sigh of relief. Then he turned to Leah, the hostage negotiator standing next to him, and asked for a cigarette to calm his nerves. Once he finished smoking, Leah asked for the cigarette butt back, turned around, and handed it to her colleagues inside so they could collect his fingerprints from it.
Nice work.
Meanwhile, John and his partner had crawled through the gap blown open by the bomb and into the ventilation duct. They jammed a steel rod into the fan to stop it cold, then climbed down through the elevator shaft and made it to the floor where the diamond vault was located. Next up, they had to get past the surveillance zone. John lay down on a skateboard and covered himself with a cloth that matched the color of the floor. The security guards were all glued to the live news of Nick's supposed suicide attempt, completely oblivious to the figure sneaking across their monitors. Once John reached the blind spot of the camera, he snapped a photo of the current feed, printed it out, and taped the fake image over the lens to create a loop. They were seconds away from grabbing the diamonds when they hit a snag. There were newly installed motion sensors lining the hallway. The two froze in their tracks. This wasn't part of the plan at all. John had no choice but to call Nick for help, but with Leah, the negotiator, right there watching his every move, Nick couldn't respond directly.
Thing we got here, I think that we should cool it down before you get into trouble.
Look, Nicky, numbnuts, this is not a candlelit dinner. We're sweating down here. What is it?
This thing.
I'm just looking out for you.
Is she hot?
It's a heat sensor. We have to cool it down.
Cool it down.
Yeah.
John and his partner grabbed fire extinguishers, sprayed the sensors non-stop as they inched forward, and didn't stop until the devices were completely frozen and disabled. That little trick got them to the vault door smoothly, but just as they were about to break in, the police ran Nick's fingerprints through the system and finally figured out who he really was.
Escaped convict. Nick Cassidy.
The cop that stole the diamond off David Ingram.
$40 million diamond. I knew I recognized this mud.
England owns his hotel. His office is here. His jewelry exchange is right across the street.
Flight security, this is Nestor.
Yeah, Nestor, this is Detective Marcus over at the Roosevelt Hotel. You work for me today. I need you to open up England's shop.
Detective?
Right now.